Welcome back to Full Metal Mandala, where circles make steel and overkill is just the blueprint. Last time, we forged the ring, 18 foundries, now smelting steel like a well-oiled ritual. Today, we're radiating outward with 36 constructors on a brand new lower tier, 12 for steel pipes, 24 for steel beams, all neatly split and flowing into temporary storage like some kind of organized chaos. This is a fast-track setup for Space Elevator Phase 2. We'll be crafting versatile frameworks and automated wiring in a quick-access factory nearby. I'll shuttle modular frames, wires, and cables from other storage hubs to keep things moving. Not permanent, but it's efficient. And eventually, this whole setup will evolve into a focused, encased industrial beam factory, thanks to the poetic balance of coal and limestone in the area. But for now, it's all about speed, scale, and sending those elevator parts to space. Let's get to work. Now let's work on this Metal Mandala. I'll continue where I left off. So this is where we left off. There's 18. It's like every 20 degrees there's a foundry, and the foundries accept coal, iron and coal to each. So and there's a whole lot of iron and coal going around. It's 240 plus another 120. It's 360 iron per minute and 360 coal per minute divided by 18 is 20. And you know what? There's a how do I put this? It's kind of a funny setup because it's 360 resources per minute in a 360 degree ring. And so if there's a foundry every 20 degrees, that means there's 20 of those resources being being smelted in these foundries per minute. So they're underclocked. I think I'm a die-hard underclocker from now on. I didn't realize this until recently, but underclocking is the power formula for what it costs, how much power a factory uses, is exponential. It's exponential by the underclocking or overclocking. So I'm underclocking, so this is like a very low power factory at it's underclocked at 45%. Oh yeah, I thought it was squared, but I don't think it's squared. Maybe I want to look that up right now. It'll be under like what, Milestone's clock speed. I think I remember seeing it under the, it's funny that it's under MAM. Under MAM for the summer sloops. Once you get the alien production amplifier, this is where I saw it. The formula is not a squared exponent. It's some random number right here. See, power usage equals base power times the multiplier times the clock speed to this exponent. What's the power multiplier? 1 plus the filled slots divided by total slots. I don't fully understand this, but we'll go with 1.32 is the exponent. And there's a calculator in here, so we're at 45%, so that's like 0.45 to the power of 1.32. 3, I already forgot the number. 13219. I tried to remember too much. So 45% clock rate gives us power usage of 34% power usage. Okay, maybe it's not that much better, but the cost is really small. We just have to have a one-time cost of building these foundries. Once they're built and the clock rate is low, that's a big plus. So next here, what I want to do is build a tier down. I don't think I want to have a ramp down every single tile. Is that where I want this? That is in the center. Okay, so this is where the next level will be for this angle. Maybe I do need to do it this way manually. So if I'm doing, maybe I do need to use ramps a bunch. Maybe I'll make a hotbar for this. It's weird that these are lined up, isn't this supposed to be at different angles? Yes, they are. Okay, so this is the anchor. This is not the right angle. So I'm gonna have to go around fixing a bunch of these out of place slabs such as this. You can see them jutting out. I need to fix those. I thought I added a ramp to my hotbar. That's what I meant to do, but I guess I just selected it. So before I carry on, I guess I need to do this. This is a must-do step because I need to figure out what the angle is. I'm gonna, so every one of these slabs is rotated by 10 degrees, but this one here is kind of used as an anchor to build the next of those 10 degrees because of the blueprints. You're gonna have to watch the previous episode for more information on that. But now I have to go back and fix all of these anchors. I wonder if I had a bigger blueprint machine, a Mark 3 or 2, maybe 2 would be good enough. Maybe I could have less of these anchors. Because now I have to go back around and fix them all. I guess I'm making pretty good progress with this. This is a quick thing. So every one of these slabs is rotated by 10 degrees, and every second one of these slabs has a foundry on it. So the foundries are every 20 degrees, and I'm going to make a ring of constructors every 10 degrees. So there'll be 2 constructors per 1 foundry, and those constructors will be underclocked to only be utilizing the 10 steel that these underclocked foundries produce. Half of them, because it's 1 every 20 degrees for the foundries and 1 every 10 degrees for the constructors. Okay, so now it looks like we should be able to get do this really quickly. I think I need to, not only do I need to do this, I think I'm gonna have to delete these right away because I would like to hide some of the logistics. I mostly want to focus on the buildings, the constructors. Hello, Ahmed. On YouTube. So I think actually instead of ramps, I'm going to want these to be walls, but just to get the height right, the height and angle, I need to do this. Because I made this circle with a kind of an outline of catwalks, but as we venture out, these are getting to be more and more random positions. See how these are like randomly out of alignment here? They're starting to get a bit more like random-ish. So I need these ramps to measure the next down lower tier. And then I'll delete them for appearance, for aesthetics. The walls I think will look better. And I'm going to make these foundries feed down into lifts into the concrete. I forget what they're called. I'm going to add this to my hotbar too. Conveyor lift holes. I'll add the walls too because I'm going to need those walls. Okay, and then I'll build these, and I should delete the ramps. Maybe I won't delete the ramps right away, not until I have a bit more constructed than this. This type of rounded geometry stuff gets really difficult to create in the blueprint maker. I don't know how I would do it. Maybe I need to, I actually think I just came up with an idea. I need to have it out of alignment with the grid in the blueprint maker, so it's like one step ahead when I place it. Maybe there'll, am I out of, oh, that's in the blueprint maker. Okay. This blueprint maker is going to get in the way over and over because I'm going to be extending this out more and more. So maybe, I wonder if the blueprint maker could be on a lower level so I can build over it. That would be better. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go once again around. Maybe I'll start to build the other stuff too. Like, I think I'll try to, I think I need to fill in these holes. So I'm gonna fall off if I don't. It would, oh, you know what? Do I have half foundations? Half foundations might be better here. Do they use 7? 7 concrete? 7 concrete. I guess it's the same amount of concrete either way. So at least I'm not using up more materials. This gets a bit confusing. Maybe I'll build this one first and then these two. Oops. Now I've got the flow. Oh, talking kind of ruined it a little bit. I'm blazing through this concrete. I started, I think I started this round with 700 concrete. And now I'm down to 500. Okay, so now I think I'm ready to start getting rid of these ramps. I wonder if it's faster. I don't really need to walk. I can see through the bottom there. All right, then I'll build, what's the plan? Let's start with the beginning. So what am I gonna do with these? Where's the start? Oh, this is kind of jutting out a bit. I guess this small amount of jutting out is not too bad. See, this is why I would like a half concrete slab here. Let's have a look at this. What would a half concrete slab do? I might have to do something complicated, actually. So would a half slab do well? A half slab would do better, but we can actually do even better than this if I use some painted beams. I can anchor it to this angle here, and then anchor it. I have to hit hold control. No. Alt. Just tap control. Is it R? Build, yeah, I think it's R. Build mode freeform. Then it snaps to that corner. Uh-oh, there we go. And then I can build a half foundation. I guess I'll add this to my hotbar. I do have one more. I'll add a half foundation. H to go into nudge mode. Okay, and that's the dream. That's gonna be a more cleaned up setup. So you see some jutting out over here. It's not too bad, but it can be fully cleaned up. So that's something I can do as a final step. That's just something to keep in mind. Hello. Oh yeah, was Zara, I think, am I seeing a chat from last stream? Zara, I think that was from last stream. So I want these, oh yeah, now I kind of need those ramps back up to get up to here. Maybe I can just build them down. So this is the output. I can just have it go like so. And something that I always find tricky about these floor elevators is I can't really control which direction they're going in. Because if I go like lift like this, now it's going out. You can see the arrows going to the right, and this one's also going out. How do I fix that? I've never really experimented with them very much. Can I just go like this? So now this is out. What I need is for this to be the out. I might actually want it to the side. And then if I build it up, now is it in? Perfect. Okay, so it's out first is how it works. So the reason why I wanted this lower one to go to the side is because I'll have a splitter. This is actually a bit messy. How am I going to get this to... Maybe I should just split these out more easily, like just right here. So this is going to go here, then a wall. The wall is not where the lift is, okay. Let's redo this part. So I guess it's going to have to turn to the side a bit. These foundries are like not, they don't output to the center, they output to the side. Another thing I could do is I could put the splitter right here, because I want the splitter, maybe this works out really well then. And I could have 2 elevators. Because these foundries are every 20 degrees and the constructors are only... How come I can't get this to... There we go. These foundries are every 20 degrees and the constructors are every 10. So is this going to be like too close? That does look too close. How close can I get this? Because I don't know, maybe further is better. Further might be a little bit more space. So that when it's going down into this wall, it can just make a sharp turn. Oops. Like that, a sharp right turn. Is this going to be good? R for a different mode. Nope. It did not like that, so... One more tick to the side, and maybe that'll do. H. I might have to nudge this. Is this gonna be... Maybe this is something I could blueprint. Because this seems like it's gonna take a little while to do. If I do this every single time, 18 times, for every 20 degrees around 360... I might be able to blueprint this whole thing. Okay, so that's that one. And I would like to blueprint both of these if I can, because this foundry will feed into 2 of the 10-degree constructors. Now, this is going to be at a different angle. Maybe maybe I can put this here. This is going to be a bit of a weird angle for the splitter to this elevator, because they're on this different angles here. But this lines up perfect. I'm trying to get this to line up perfect. It's a bit of a... I'm kind of making it a bit difficult on myself to make it like this, but I think it does look cleaner to hide some of these belts where possible. Maybe if I can't make a blueprint out of this, then I won't. then I won't do it this way, because this is going to be a lot, this is a lot more work. So this needs a bit more space on the splitter, on the top for the splitter to make it in. So I had it on the center of this square. There's a square that's very hard to see right now at night. I had it here. I'll hit H. So it needs a bit more space. Maybe a bit more space back would be easiest, because then it's still in line with this wall hole straight here. R, different mode, still bad, okay. Further back, possibly. I think it was here. So let's just do one tick at a time. Okay, so that did it. It has to be like one tick behind that. That works just fine. Okay, I think I want to try to blueprint this. It's going to be kind of difficult because I'm attaching to a bunch of concrete that's already there, so I'll delete them from the blueprint. So I think maybe the blueprint maker can be here and fully under this whole thing. How's the headroom? Looks good. Nice and snug. Looks like a snug fit. Okay, so I think this is the front of the blueprint. So when I place the blueprints, they'll appear right here. So first of all, this will be the ground floor where the wall is. Then I'll work clockwise. Actually, I think I want this to be the higher level when I do this. Oops, that one does not need to rotate. So this is the second of the 10-degree turns. Where is the splitter again? Is the splitter resting right on this? Whoa. Okay, so this is the foundry. The foundry has it So here's the concrete slab. So it's in line with this, and it looks like it's about 1 tick. It's into the center of that square in the center. Okay. So I do want to copy that splitter. I want the splitter to be in the blueprint. But not all of this foundation. I'm going to delete the foundation before I hit save on the blueprint. So it's like input is behind. This side it was lined up. And then on this side it was like halfway. I think that's where it is. Okay, actually I forget a lot of these measurements. But the other hole, the conveyor hole, I remember this was 1 back, like that. So we can get some of these. Actually, I needed that ramp. Okay, so I have this. I kind of want to get the landmarks first. I could make this out a bit more. I could place the walls. But I need to find that other landmark. Where's the conveyor hole, the right conveyor hole go? Oh no, I messed up. I was rushing a little bit too much there. Okay, so it's like 2, is that like 2 ticks away from that square? And is it in line with the splitter? It's, I think, yeah, this is a straight conveyor, and it looks like it's like 2 ticks away from, 2 ticks in between. There, okay. Can I just jump up here? I wonder if I'm able to just jump. I think that was good enough. I have to do a speed jump though. Okay, so it's in line, so that's in, that needs to be this way, in line, then 2 ticks. So it's a bit off, that'll be okay, that's okay. Everything accepts that. Oops, I didn't place it. I thought I had placed it. Okay, and if I can also add the walls in this blueprint, that would make things a bit faster. Oops, I changed the blueprint. Or I changed my hotbar. There we go, fixed it. Okay, so the concrete is all placed. Okay, so can I just make a nice blueprint like that? It'll be 18 foundry circle, and then a specific part, splitters. Maybe logistics should be green. Are these mergers or splitters? It's hard. I think the 3 dots is in, and okay, so this one has, this is a merger. Is this a smart splitter or something? Or is this light indicating it's a smart splitter? Oh, I see it. We can just read it. Yeah, this is the smart splitter. Here's the merger. Okay. Now, is this gonna work? So this is the next one that needs this blueprint. I'll just start overwriting some of my hotbar circle. I used a ring here and a circle here. Oops. So I think I want it to be aligned to this concrete slab, the one with the foundry. Oops, but it's rotated wrong. Arrow keys, page down. This is looking really good. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. You know what, now that I see this, I should add those 2 slabs that I removed. I'm going to add those 2 slabs because I just haven't added those yet. And maybe even another slab here. Can I fall down here? Maybe I don't need to worry about this if I don't fall, because I would... Will I fall? Yeah, I kind of do want to reduce the number of concrete slabs, not because I don't have the resources, but because there's a cutoff point. At some point we get cut off about how many things we can add into the world. So that's a major bummer. Okay, I hope this is right. Yeah, I think it would be off here if it was wrong. So I just am adding these ones behind first, because this is the correct perimeter ring. As we go out, that's when it starts to get more random, sort of. So I'll add these 2 foundations to the ring so that they can be all finished up as well in the same pass. Can I do it from down here? That would be great. It's like off. The height is strange. The height is a bit wrong. I think that's because I'm building it not on the surface, though. What if I try to hit that upper edge? So I want to see the concrete. There we go. That's the right height. Okay, that's a lot faster now. So if I hit there, H. So I kind of I'm looking for this overlap here, that stripe, those two stripes. Rotation is wrong. So I can't just like throw them down instantly, but this is definitely a lot faster. There's kind of some nudging and stuff. I wonder if I played around with this blueprint a bit more, I could change where in the blueprint maker it's centered and place them a bit faster, and maybe think about where I am when I'm clicking this, placing them. Like, so I don't have to do any nudge moding, but I think that would end up taking longer to figure out what the ideal is. So this is ideal. This is quite a fast process. That is, you know, I haven't actually connected any of these splitters up. That is assuming the splitters and everything connect up. But luckily, since these are blueprints, if it is all wrong, that's only going to be 18 deletes, because I have a blueprint delete. I can delete that whole thing all at once. What happened here? I didn't place this slab. Maybe I should, I need to go double check that some of these are working. Let's just connect everything that I've done so far to see for sure. Yep. Oops. What did I do here? Okay, so this is definitely working. So something that's a little bit not ideal is I don't know how I'm gonna get... Oh yeah, I think my... I don't know how I'm gonna get up to the next level, but I think I can just... can I just slide jump? If I hit shift, then hit C, then jump. Hold shift, forward C, spacebar, then I can get to the height. Okay, that's how I can get up. But if I just jump... Oh, I can even just jump. Excellent. Okay, so that isn't a problem at all. Okay, now they're all connected up and they're all piped down to the lower tier. And now this tier will be for... I actually am starting to... these triangle shapes are growing on me. It's kind of a nice little pattern to say, like, here's where the next constructor will go. So I think I will want a blueprint for this as well, but let's first of all see what we need. So I'm gonna want the constructors. I want these to be nice and snug here. Okay, so I saw a corner. These corners are like touching. That's very good. This is like the maximum snugness. And these ones will be... You know what? I'm not going to worry about the recipe on these ones yet. Oh yeah, well, okay, so it's actually just going to be this easy, is what I'm learning. Can I put... Where's the power gonna go? Should it go right here? Can I nudge that to be in between? That's not ideal. Maybe here. Perfect. Okay, so that's where the power will go. And I think I'm just going to allow it to clip through to the next line. So I'll have to go back around and connect this one to the one that will be not here actually, but here. It's every second. Each one of these power lines can power 2 constructors. Whoa, how do I delete this? Oh, I'm in blueprint mode. R. There we go. Okay, that was that easy. That was super easy. So let's make this into a blueprint. And then I'll have to place that down 18 more times and then connect. I didn't mean to run off that cliff. That'll do a bit of damage. Okay, so next up.
I'm getting centrifugal force vibes from this build.
I'm running out of resources. I'm getting a lot. I'm not getting centripetal or centrifugal force vibes, but I am getting vertigo at times, like when I run off the cliff there. I'm Canadian, so I say centripetal instead of centrifugal. So this is where the wall is, so I need to have, this will be, I have to kind of do a two-step template here. Because these catwalks get deleted, they get the angles right, and then I have to build the concrete off of this, off of these inner slabs, and then I'm deleting these because these are the ones where the conveyor lifts are. The wall is like right here. Then the constructor. Yeah, I think it has to go right there. That's where they will meet. At this corner. And let's start off with all steel beams, because 2/3 of them are going to be steel beams. So I think I'll just make them all as steel beams to start off with. And oh, if I could make 3, if 3 of these could fit. No, because the pattern is not 3, okay? Because I'm going to be merging 3 at a time. Once I'm done here, next thing up is going to be merging 3. 3 of these constructors will get merged at a time, and then they will be sent down. Okay, so now power. Wait a minute, what is the... how is this working again? I know these slabs go clockwise, so is it right here? Is it like that? I think this is where it is, yeah. Okay, and these will be steel beams, and they only are going to take in 10 per minute. So it's 60 per minute, so 1/6. So that's like 33.3 repeated. Divided by 2 is like 15. What is that exactly? 16, so 17%. I'm going to have these at 17%. Yeah, it'll take in 10.2. I always like my constructors to be a little bit overclocked, so that, because the limiting factor should be the resource input.
Add a few more and this becomes a fidget spinner of progress.
Speaking of fidget spinners, the whole, like, concrete slab sticking out to me reminded me of, like, Beyblades. They're almost like Beyblades, in my opinion. Okay, so here is the 32. This will be a 36 ring of 36 constructor. Do I want ring or circle? Let's go with a ring, because it's a physical object. And this, I'll just call it, I'll make sure to label it as beam. So what will be production? I use blue for left, because blue has an L in it. I use red for right, because it has an R in it. I now use green for my logistics. What should be production? I'm thinking yellow could be production. Purple, I think yellow is more fire-like, warmer, so production-y. Let's go with yellow color for production. Okay, I'm just going to replace on my hotbar this new blueprint. I now have those foundry rings. I have the 18 foundry circle. Now for the... Oops, I didn't add a... I meant to add a constructor to that icon. Oops. Okay, so each of these foundries splits into two. So this power is going to be a good marker. Is that right? I'm getting a lot of clearance, clipping and clearance warnings. It looks good to me. I wonder if it's just because these constructors had like they were like raised off the ground. They thought that they were raised off the ground, but actually it's more like this power outlet is set into the ground. So I think these constructors have kind of like a beam under them. No, I don't see it here in this nudge mode. Yeah, again, not too bad. I can't just throw the blueprints down. I would like to find some kind of way to just throw these blueprints down. Maybe before I was thinking about positioning in the blueprint maker along with where am I. But another factor that I thought of is how do I distribute these? If I was making these concrete slabs at the same, maybe the concrete slabs here belong as part of this blueprint.
Pipes, beams, and dreams.
The concrete slabs would kind of belong under this blueprint because of this whole clipping thing. It says it's clipping because I'm like working with concrete that's already... I'm kind of meshing with the concrete that's already there. Oh, can I edit this here? I wonder if I can go edit. Excellent. Okay, and then I can select this icon. I was worried I'd have to go down and resave this, but I can just edit it. If I just need to change the icon and the name and color. I'm looking for a constructor. There's one. Honestly, I kind of like doing these builds, like placing all of these items. Sometimes I'm like a bit resistant of using blueprints because I'm like, ooh, I kind of just want to place these all down. But there is plenty of placing stuff down anyways. Like now that this is done, I have to connect all of the power. This will be the output. I kind of want to I want to hear these firing up as I connect them. So let's start with the belts. Wow, 36 is a lot of constructors. I guess time, you know, when I said underclocking is a very good trade-off, I guess one of the trade-offs is time.
Circles are temporary. Steel is forever.
So this power now should connect up with the upper layer. I think I have a power pole somewhere that I can share with. Is this one open? Yeah, that's the one. That's literally the only one that's available. All of the power is used up, except that one. So now I can, as I connect the power, I'll hear them all powering up. Okay, and now we're back at the beginning. Okay, so I think the next step is I'm going to turn some of these into steel pipes. We've got 36, so divided by 3 is 12. I'm going to have 24 to steel beams. And 12 to pipes, so I guess I'll start here. Is this split between... Okay, I'll start... I think the factory is going to be down here, so right around here. This will be steel beams instead. Just change the recipe, and the clock rate now needs to go to 34%. Okay, and now I can go Control C, that's 1, 2, or I should say 12. Now I had I needed 12, then I needed 11 after this one, then 10 after this one, then 9 after 9 more, 8 more, 7 more, 6 more, 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more after this one. Okay, I think I might do this next step manually because is this going to be very long? I think it won't take very long for me to just merge these all up really quickly. I'm going to merge 3 at a time. This will help with my counting. To kind of double, I'm going to need to double check. Is that how much space I gave this one? Yeah. I'll start with placing the mergers.
Are you building a factory or summoning a steel deity?
Yeah, this almost seems like some kind of steel summoning circle. So 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 pipes, that's what I meant for. Now let's make the beam mergers. Is this lining up with the right thing? I think this was doing something weird. It's this concrete slab that's making it a bit weird. Concrete slab again. It's a bit concerning if that occurs sometimes but not others. Was there some discrepancy between the way I made those and this one as well? Maybe, hopefully it's just the order. I may have placed the concrete slab in like this order and then that one or something like that. And then that caused, that selected which one went on top. And then when I was locking to that grid, I was locking to the one on top. So that was confusing me a bit. But now we've got it. The splitters are all down. Now, once I get all of these, this is just going to go straight to the floor for some storage. What's the output on the beams? 2.55. So times 12. 2.55 times 12. Can we just split them? We can just merge them all. Okay, so I'll merge all of those later on. So I only want them to be like this here because as I carry on with this full metal mandala, this is where they're going to come out to the next layer. But for now, they're just going to be piped down into a bunch of conveyor holes. And these conveyor holes are actually how I'm going to pipe it down to the next tier, just like above. Conveyor hole down to a wall here. So that's what it's going to be like later.
Spiral of steel. Sign me up.
Spiral of steel, that would be cool. I would like to think of some way of getting a spiral of steel. So as I learned earlier, the okay, I'm gonna have some more of these issues with the slabs. As I learned earlier, the conveyor belts need to be placed on the output first before the input. Oh, I can go like this and then nudge it back. That's better. Are they all even? No, that was too far. A lot of them I can just quickly place. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to get all of these conveyor, how I'm going to merge all of these below, but I think it's inconsequential. I might be able to just do it anyway, like a manifold. Because it's only going to end up as 30 pipes per minute, so we're not going to see any issues regardless of how we do this. Regardless of how we do the merging. As long as we have pipes to pipes, and I wonder if I can jump on top of this blueprint maker here. Of course I can. Very fun. Okay, that was still too far. Okay, so this is a good spot for this to come out here. These ones on this side are going to be super easy, but I might have to do something a bit tricky for the other side. And now this one is raised up. That's already a bit tricky. I need more iron plates. These rods are all backed up. I'm not too worried about that, though. Okay, I have 10 rods here. I'll just delete those. What else can I just kind of delete? Maybe I'll delete these stun rebar. I didn't have very much success using those. Oh, I can just delete all of these steel ingots. That's what I should have done. I didn't need to delete those other things. And I can delete that solitary portable miner. And I think I'm going to need all of these iron plates. Could be a lot of we might be doing a whole bunch of belts now. Belts use these plates. Belts and lifts. What's a good hotbar for that? This one.
You've achieved radial enlightenment.
Radial enlightenment feels good. I don't know if this is going to be pipes or beams. At some point, I switch over to going this direction. I think this one might be beams, in which case it'll be going this way. Is that clockwise? Would you call it clockwise? I think that would be clockwise. Okay, so before I go any further with linking all of these lifts up, I want to connect the constructors to the lift so I actually know what the lifts are supplying. It would be a bit of a shame if it turned out this was too close. Actually, this looks like it might be too close. Oops. Do I have to undo all of this? I think I have to undo all of this. They have to be a little bit further out. Is this one okay? It looks like I placed this one a bit further. Misclick. That was a good misclick. I think I saw that one. Did I see what I think I saw? Can I do a lift that goes... Oh, this is so much better. Okay. No, I don't need to undo these. I need to do it like this. That is much better. Directly into the lift. How many of those did I delete now? Can I, like, just tell it to use a lift? Actually, I don't know if that was proper usage of this, because I wonder if the lift is just not being used, because I can do this. Clipping may occur. Okay, I think this is improper usage, so I'm gonna just leave what I've already done and carry on correctly. Because I think this could take a bit too long for me if I'm gonna keep messing with this. They are basically using those lift holes. Is there any graphical change after the lift holes are used versus if they're just sitting here? I'll have to take a look. So that's what it looks like.
Steel beams got me feeling reinforced emotionally.
Nice one. Emotionally reinforced. Okay, so is that... I could have had all of these lifts pointing inwards. But then again, as I've been saying, this stuff here on out is kind of temporary. Here on out, that lower tier, now that we're lifting these down, this is going to be down to a temporary area because I just want to get those phase 2, space elevator phase 2 stuff done really quick. So I'm going to need these pipes and beams to make pipes to make stators, beams to make versatile framework. And lots of porting to get that all done. Can I just slide jump to this? Now I want to see, when does it change from pipes to beams? These are beams. Now is this something nuts? Yep, some of these are no good. Am I gonna have to do this again? Is this the wrong thing? Because I'm deleting this upper... I don't know if I might have messed that up even more, or like exact same mistake again. I wonder if I should have a spring board on the ground or something. I wonder if a spring board could spring me up there real quick. Because it's a bit frustrating, especially when I'm making these mistakes to have to go back and forth so many times. Is this no good? So that's gotta be far enough, right? This does not look far enough. This one does not look far enough either. Maybe, hopefully those broken ones are the ones that I didn't remake. I think I might just have needed to remake all of them, and I only remade some. When I did this trick here, where it was like this, and then lifts, is this all like bad? I think I need about that much space. Can I, like, lift this down? No, I gotta do it this way. The output has to be placed first.
Ah yes, the sacred circle grows stronger.
Okay, so I think I'm just gonna make sure that they have some extra room, because I don't want to have to do this another time. Okay, is this definitely gonna work now? Maybe I should do these like one at a time for a bit to test this out. This daylight helps. When it was at night, my first attempt here, it was nighttime and it was hard to see stuff. So maybe that's why I messed that all up. Okay, now is that like all the pipes that were messed up? No, I think this one is beams. And how are my beam production, I wonder? Are my beams going to be more than 60 per minute? They're producing 6.8. 6.8 times 12. Oh yeah, this is this should actually be 24. So the beams do need to be split into two, and the pipes, 6.8. $81. The pipes need to be split into two as well. Okay, good. All of the lifts look like they're filling up. Is there any that aren't? Nope, they're all good. Okay, so how many? 12 divided by 3 is 4. So I can only merge 2 of these. I think I've got to get rid of this blueprint maker. Is it going to fill up my inventory? I can delete some of these items. Okay, looks like I had the space. So I'll do something like this. Not the way I had in mind. Okay, maybe if it just is straight here. And then I'll merge this one. There we go.
Somewhere, a constructor whispered, finally, a purpose.
Yeah, finally a purpose. These are at least merging together and they're headed to storage. That's a bit of a purpose. Okay, I'm just going to quickly do this with a double elevator. That'll be just fine. Double lift, I mean. I always call those lifts elevators. For whatever reason, they elevate things, so I just call them elevators. So maybe these two... Am I going to be merging these into how many? How many were these? Beams, and we're processing... Okay, this is not what I want, really. They're at what? 17 for 10, yeah. 2.55. .55 times 3, it's 7.65 per lift. Times, and there's 24 of them, so 6, 12, 24, maybe even 12. 6. Okay, so 4 groups. Okay, I'll make 4 groups of these steel beams. 4 groups out of 24, or like groups of 4. No, groups of 6. 6, 12, 24. That seems like a lot. Is there actually that many? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. There's 8 here, so I think my math is wrong. It was, I think, because it's after they're merged into 3, how many is left? There's 24 total, so they need to be 6. Oh, they can be as many as 12. What about, okay, 12 divided by 3 is 4, so 2 sets of 4 to get like just over 30. And if I merge them all, then they'll overflow to more than that. So I'll just start here, and I'll merge them in a manifold sort of way. Very sloppily like that. That is just gonna be easier for me to work out. Whatever works. That's a splitter, not a merger.
This deserves a meditation soundtrack.
The hum of the machines is kind of meditative. Now, how about these ones? Which way should it go? I kind of think I want them to, like, merge down the middle. Like this one. Can go here, and if I can get both of these, that would be best. Awesome. And then this one can come back over here. Does it need to backtrack? It doesn't need to backtrack. It could meet up with this one later. Looks like there's too many pipes and stuff going on here. I don't want to go into this area. I can merge with this one before it merges with the others. There we go. Okay, so 4 times 3 is 12. Each of these have 12 beam factory constructors attached to them, and each of these... Where's the other pipe? There they are. Okay. So now to just make a lot of storage. There we go. Before I connect all of these up, let's just get some pipes in, or all the resources into the first containers. Then I'll connect all the containers up. What's going on here? Not okay, just one lift off.
Steel beams, jet fuel beware.
Jet fuel beware. That makes me want to have a look at my power. I have connected a lot of foundries. I forget if I checked my power after adding all those foundries. And I added 36 constructors. So this could be a lot of power. Let's have a look at that once I connect this last storage container set. Then all the items will have a chance to fill them up. I'd like to see the final of each of these having a an item in it. And while I'm at it, I should bring the power here. So how's the power looking? Excellent. So that was about 200 megawatts. The factory I did before the factory, I had about 100 megawatts. Or I had 1,000, and now we have 1,200. Okay, so I do have this copper here to make... Oh, we've got some hogs. Sure, let's fight. These guys are going to come at me before long, I'm sure. Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of seeing this copper is like right here, right where I need it. And this is a pure one, so let's... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's use this. You know what? No, I want to get this going first of all. I want to just find it... Get these, turning into stators. I need these pipes into stators. This one isn't working. One error. Should be good now. They're crossing. I don't see them going down. Now I do. I see them going down the lifts. There it is. Okay. Yep. Now these assemblers... I guess I'm going to be making some copper, so I kind of want to turn this away from the copper, so to give the copper some chance, some space before it gets here. I need to be a bit higher up, or maybe I should go into shove mode, nudge mode. Everything I'm doing here is going to be a lot of assemblers, so I'm just going to place a bunch of assemblers. First of all, I haven't even decided what these are going to do. Is that enough? And also I'm going to need, I know I'm going to need some pipes into each of these, so why not get started there? Maybe I'll
That
have...
ramp is smoother than my career arc.
And I bet you had a real smooth career arc, too. So these are going to be for stators, so I need these to have wires in them. So maybe I should just get this to go. I don't need to plan out this whole factory immediately. I kind of would like these resources to just get up and running as soon as possible. I don't think I've crafted a single stator in this game so far. This is just gonna be for my inventory, because I'm gonna have to grab a bunch of wires. I'll fill up my inventory with wires, and those stators will get going. And then I'll start to think about balancing and stuff after they get a good start. Then after they're balanced... Whoa, is that all? Really, is that all the wires I've made? Okay, so that means I probably will have to make some wire factories. Because I think wires... I do have a crate... Let's grab those cables. I have a lot of space still. I was thinking about not grabbing the cables, but the stators are going to go to automated wiring. And automation wire, or automated... I forget what it's called. Automated wire or automation wire uses cables. All we need after this is some cables. I guess I should have been, I should have gotten started on the frames first, because actually the frames, versatile frames take longer, or I'm going to have to make 1,000. I only have to make 100 of the automated wiring. Is there a way to just drop half of everything? I don't think there's a way to drop half of everything. And how am I going to make the next storage container? What is it? Pipes, plates, and rods for a storage container? Yeah. I guess those will have to go around the outside here. This might be a bit awkward. I did have more than a full storage container, didn't I? I think these automated wires do take a crazy amount of wiring, if I remember correctly. I'm missing the ingredients. So now I can grab my inventory back. I guess I can just keep that 200 wires is a reasonable thing to keep on hand.
He's not just building a factory, he's conducting a symphony.
see, I need 50 cables per minute. 2.5 stators. So one of these stator factories could fuel 2 automated wiring factories. But these need power, so let's grab the power. This is producing a lot more than it needs to, so I want to start to store these up. Okay, stators and automated wiring is up. Next up. These ones are going to need modular frames. What is it? What am I? Versatile frames. Modular frames. And so this is going to be basically 2. I can only really fuel 2 and a little bit more of these versatile frames. So that is what I'm going to do. The steel beams, I'm making like 30... These are like 30 point something per. And these use 30 steel beams per minute. Then I need 2.5 steel beam modular frames. So I'll just port those over. And I'm going to split them off this time. Let's just get this all set up first. Okay, so now I can just grab some modular, all the modular frames I have, probably.
Logistics aesthetics.
I wonder if I can just grab all modular frames I have up to this point. I'm glad to see I have more than a container. I have less than 2 containers, but I do have more than 1 container of modular frames. So that's going to be a lot of... Is that a 1-to-1? That's 24, that's about 1200, 1200. Actually, that's, unfortunately, that's not too many. I'm gonna have enough for this phase, but I need about 8,000 overall over the span of the game. 8,000 or 9,000 of these versatile frames. And they'll be constructed into other things. But if I could just get 9,000, then I'm all set for those. But I'll probably want to be constructing even more and sending them to the sink. A constant sink drain of very advanced items such as versatile frames and the things that come after it. No iron plates. So I'm going to have to do some math on the ratios of how much wire to cables am I going to need. I bet it's time for me to get some rods at 2. I think I'll run out of rods. So I gotta grab these, and then maybe I'll have one inventory slot open. I can maybe delete those cables too. I guess I didn't, that was kind of premature. I could just keep it in mind that I can delete those cables, or I'll use those cables up. Oh, this is, I'm getting kind of confused here because this is a splitter, not a merger. I wanted a merger. There we go. So now I have some versatile frames, and I've got some automated wire that I think I need to focus on this automated wire. So I need 50 cables per minute. That's the same as... Is this one also going to be automated wiring? Can I even supply this? How much? 2.5 stators. I have enough stators to supply 4. 15 pipes per minute. Okay, well at least I'm staving all the stators. I'm making a lot more stators than I can make automated wires.
How many beams before the game asks if you're okay?
It's funny that the game does kind of ask if I'm okay, because it says there's those warnings, you know, you've been playing for 2 hours or 4 hours or what have you. Okay, so now this is able to produce those. So I need, again, okay, back to cables. I know I've got a ridiculous amount of stators, so I don't need to think about that. I could use 100 cables per minute for both of these machines if I want both of them to go. And for the stators, I think I'm going to be running out of wires, so I could use 80 wires, which is the same as 40 copper ingots. So 140 is what's going to balance this out. I only need 140. Okay, so I don't need to even fully utilize this copper vein for the production that I have going. Oh, I bet I'm going to need some heavy I-beams. Some encased I-beams. Yeah, 20 of that, 10 of them. I still don't have a encased I-beam factory. I don't think I'm going to worry about that for a while. Because I only need 10 here or there, here and there, like per resource node. Okay, I've got to stand up for 30 seconds for some blood flow. All right, good to go. So I can get this, I want this to produce 140 per minute. And then I'll make a bunch of smelters. Smelters are typically, what, 15? I think I'm going to need them to be at 10. They can produce 30. I think I want them to just produce 10 right now to help with me dividing like 50 cables. So I need 14, 2, 4, 10 more. See, I do enjoy this part. Just manually making these factories like this on the ground is a good time in my books. So it's nice that I have these temporary factories.
Somewhere, an architect is crying happy tears.
$14, $4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 13 this time. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 again. Yeah, it must be 13. Okay, and how do we divide 4 up? I think I want to rotate this. Yep, I'm going to need to rotate that. So it's going to be like 3 times 4. So 4, 4, 8, 12, and then there's 2 more. So we'll say 4. Divided up into 4 groups, first of all. Actually, these should be... I prefer these to be more like this. This one can be forward. Actually, that would be fine. Okay, so split it up into 2, and then 2 will split up into 2 more. Is this not the input? So now these will split into 2, and this will split into 2, and this will split into 2, and each of those is going to be 4, what is it, 4, 8, 12, so they'll split into like 3 each. 1 to 3. Three, 3, and then 2. Yeah, let's just start from that end too. I'm trying to be really quick about this, so I won't even use lifts here. A lot of the times I would stack these splitters up and then have lifts. Each smelter would have a lift, but I think I just want to get this quickly completed. Would it have divided easier if it was all 2s? Because 14 is an even number. I think I would have ran into that odd number at some point, so this is just going to be fine. So now these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Maybe this should be 2 instead. I could cut these ones off and have these be 2s. 2 is a better idea. 2 at a time, then they're balanced here. And delete these ones. Now they are going to be split into pairs. Now, how many of these are 7 now? 7 pairs of 2. So I guess I'll just split off 1. This one will be kind of supplied least of all. I don't think this is going to be much of a problem because this is definitely going to be better than a manifold. It's just not fully optimized, fully balanced quite yet. Oh, what did I do wrong here? 3. Oh, here's the third. Okay, yeah, this does need 3. Okay, I'll put a lift here to... Maybe both of these need a lift. Or I'll just clip. I'm just gonna clip. Oops. My hotbar got changed a bit. Yep, I can just go like that.
Are we sure this isn't a NASA contract build?
Yep, we're definitely sure this is not a NASA build at this point, because I'm just really roughing it out here. Oh yeah, and these smelters don't have power, so now it's time to power them up. Now how's my power? Is this gonna add? That's quite a lot of smelters. Okay, I can delete this. I don't need this. I don't think I'll use that. So, we'll start off with the wires. How many wires do I need again? 2 times 40. I need 80 wires. And each of these smelters supply 10, so how many is this going to use? 15, so 1.5. I can hack it. And I think we'll go max. I guess I could put, it could be 10 for 30%, 15 output. We need, what did I say? 40 per? Well, we do need a number that's divisible by 40, so I would like actually 20. Is this going to be some difficult amount? 20 is perfect. Okay, so 4 of the smelters to 4 constructors. I want to power these up right away and get these going to my wire supply because this is the one that's going to hold me back first, I think. It was kind of surprising how few wires I have.
This is peak, it ain't much but it's honest work.
Yep, it's honest work. I'm not harming anyone. Okay, so there's that. There's the wires. Now I need the rest to cables. I have 10 more to make to cables. So 5 to 1 stator's machine, or 5 to 1 automated wires machine. And 5 to the other, but how many will 5... okay. I want this to be at 50%, so I'll have 2 machines, 33 to 1. It's honest work. For whatever reason, I almost feel like building on the ground is the most honest work version of satisfactory. Like, if you're not working on the ground, you're cheating or something, is how I feel for whatever reason. I guess that I don't think that's right, but for whatever reason, I just kind of feel more legit this way. So that's why I do it. Okay, so where's the wires? One of them doesn't even have wire cables. And this other one has cables right over here, so I don't want to go over a box. I don't want to go over storage. I'd rather go over an assembler. Not long enough. Okay, so these are what, 3 per? Yeah. So first I've got to get these to merge 3 into 1.
Is it temporary if it's beautiful?
It unfortunately, yes, it will remain temporary even though it's beautiful. Oops, did I underproduce here? Maybe I needed 3 more. I think I got my numbers of cables wrong overall, because not only did I get this part wrong, why did I think these are producing 15 and I need them to produce 50? Okay, well, I got it going. Oh, they need wires. Okay, this is... Okay, I understand now. Yeah, I was thinking only... I thought I could just turn copper ingots into cables, but you can't. You have to turn them into wires first. That's why these numbers are a bit weird. I have to turn these into wires and then the cables. So I've got to delete these connections. These connections here look like they are going good. So I will just keep these ones, these endpoints. Okay, that's not that good. It's going through the storage, but oh well. But these all need to go into a second layer of constructors to construct these into from wires into cables. So this actually needs to be wires. And let's do what I was doing before. Is it 1-to-1? And this one needs to scoot over. Yeah, it's 1-to-1. 20. And if I have 20 wires per minute, then that makes 10 cables per minute. Okay, that is a good amount though. So 2 of these will go to 1 cable maker. So I'm just going to keep this whole line going 1-to-1. Maybe a blueprint might be worthwhile at this time because what are these, 60%? I need it to take in what, 10 to make 10 wires, or is it, yeah, 10 ingots, and that's what these are making, right? 10. Yeah. Okay, I need like 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at 4 and I need 10. Six more.
This factory is giving off speedrun energy.
Speaking of speedrun, let's make the new layer of constructors first. because I want to get the cables starting to be made. Is this going to be 2 wires to 1 cables? How much are these cables producing? 10 per minute? That will give me 10 per minute here, so 5. I need 10 of these then. Five at first. How are my outputs looking so far? Almost 100. That's actually, I'm almost done with the automated wiring. Maybe this is going to be enough. Because I mostly need to make a lot of these versatile frame. Does this side have a mistake somewhere? Yeah, just at the top it's dangling off. Okay, so what do I have? 100% efficiency. I have 10 versatile frames per minute. The automated wiring is at 10% speed. Or 20%. So let's just, I think I'm going to just leave these at 20% because we already have, we almost have our goal already. And then I'm just going to delete everything else because this is, it needs, how many? It needs 10 cables per minute. I think I've got that here. Okay, so I'm just gonna start to downsize my goals. These are producing 10 per minute, 20 in. Yep, that's looking good. So now these last ones, I can reduce the miner by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that right? 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, I can reduce it by 70. Well, let's just count what I'm using. Oh yeah, it'll be 7. Because there was 14, so 7 less. I'm doing half of what I was planning, so I need 70. Then I'll power these off. I'm not going to actually delete these because I might want them to I might want to carry on with this.
It's not janky if it works.
So these wires are being underutilized because I have some storage. They're being mixed with the storage. So I've got 10 versatile frames per minute, and what is these automated wiring at 20%, and with just one automated wiring per minute. That's fine. I literally need 5 more minutes. I've got quite a few of these. I need 20 stacks, and we're like getting quite close. Or I can see these stacking up. 10 per minute. Okay, I think I want to put the automated wiring into the elevator, because I think I can do that manually. So I have this phase complete. Maybe in the meantime, I could think about what am I gonna do with my... I could just delete it. I think it's time to just delete factory back here. This... So I have these storage containers feeding coal and iron into this little area here. So I'm just going to delete all of this. This was a temporary factory from before. And I'm actually going to just delete any of these, all of this iron will get deleted. I almost wonder if it'll be faster for me to sink this instead, make a sink and just send it into the sink. But it's going to be worth next to nothing. I've been sinking a lot of copper quartz, so it would be interesting to see, not copper quartz, quartz crystal is what I meant to say. I've been sinking a lot of copper crystal, so it would be interesting to see how that's going. So maybe I'll make a... Can I make a sink right now to see how many tickets I have? Needs power. I have 19
if efficiency
coupons.
had a personality, it'd be this layout.
Maybe while I wait. So actually I just made a sink there, so I should have made that sink for those resources, but I think it would have been like virtually none. No, virtually pointless. There'd be some more stuff I'd have to delete later on. Okay, so I'm gonna need to, in order to use this points, I'm gonna have to make a shop. So I'll craft some screws. 200 screws to make an awesome shop. And I'll see what I can get with 19 coupons. There was some kind of framework pattern that I really wanted to use. I think now that I'm making versatile frameworks, steel beams, maybe I'll actually be able to use that recipe. That one was 10 tickets. Oops, I went overboard by 4 screws. $19 tickets. So first of all, I think I'm going to need these pipes soon because I'm going to complete this space elevator phase, and that'll unlock a lot of water. Ooh, I need these before I need that thing that I mentioned. I think I've already gone over 19. Steel frame, some windows would be nice. I think I can't afford it. I'm gonna just put a bunch of stuff into the cart and then take it out. See, this is what I was talking about. These steel frames and things. That's something I might want soon. I guess this is quite a style choice. Oh, the glass frame foundations. That's a good one. This one might be a must. I thought there was another 10 thing, though. 10 ticket thing. This billboard sign is also kind of a must. So first of all, I have to decide between glass frames or a billboard. I think I'll drop the billboard. So it'll be 10 for this, and then I have 9 left. Maybe it's time to go with windows. Steel frame window floors, and then I'll have 3 more. Yep, that's what it's going to be. This is 19, isn't it? Yep. So I've got some pipe logistics. I've got some steel framed window walls and some structural frame set that includes window floors, window concrete floors. Oh, those tickets go so quickly. There's a lot of other things I wanted there. Now, does it count as still concrete when it's a windowed floor? Steel beams. If it's a glass foundation, it's steel beams and concrete. Okay, well, I'm able to do that. And I bet my automated wiring is done now. Okay, there's 100 automated wiring. I'm pretty sure I can hand
Some
these
call
in.
it clutter. I call it character.
Yeah, it is a lot of character, and also just an experience to be like making those random temporary off the foundation factories. I'm a big fan of those. Improvised. It shows that you know what you're doing a bit more, in my opinion. Can I jump like... Cool, I can jump it. I don't think I've ever jumped inside of a space elevator like that before. That was cool. Now I think I can just hand these in automated wiring like so. There we go. I'm actually making so many versatile frames, I'm thinking about deleting those. No, I think I'm going to go back. How's the storage here? I'm just about to fill up my iron plates. I think I might not even care. These reinforced iron plates might also be filling up. 3 half full. Okay, there's still a lot more room. And these smart plates. I realized in a previous live stream I called them smart A-frames. I don't know, A-frames? I don't know where I got that from. But smart plates. How many was it? It's 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 containers. So 50 times 24 times 4. I have like 4,800 smart plates. Excellent. Am I like starting to fill up? 2. I have 2 more containers. All of these are starting to fill up. Okay, I think these can go a bit longer, so I'm not going to worry about those too much. Actually, should I? Yeah, I better do that. I'm going to first put away these versatile frames. I have 4. I'd like to just have all 1,000 before I add a single one. So I don't want to just put 4 versatile frames into the space elevator phase. Power slug up there. I'm going to ignore that for now. And then I'll come back, add some storage there. And I think that's going to be the day. I'm going to wrap it up there. $100, $200, $300, $400. We have about 400, 40%. 40% done the versatile frames already. What was it? 1 automated wiring per minute and 10 versatile frames per minute.
Import Logistics MVP, Banter Airlines.
Okay, I think I'm gonna need a couple more of these A-frame storage containers too now. That's a lot. And what is this one? Oh, I didn't realize there was another side to these the iron plate. So there's 3. Okay, actually this is half full, but I'll keep, yeah, let's add some more. 4 more. So where's the end point? It goes in here and it ends right here. Can we see them flowing in? I can see them flowing across. Excellent. There, it's going down. Okay, and this is the end point for this one. It does look hung up a bit. What's the hang up? It's going. Oh, it's just that these are all full. They're not going because they're full. So this one is not full, and it is accumulating there. Okay. The smart plates are making their way to the top. And how about the rotors? I see rotors coming across. They won't go down because they're full. Excellent. Plenty of storage here. So all of these big important items are filling up. Or we're getting in a crazy amount of this. And I think I need some more modular frames. Okay. Automated wiring. What should I say? Complete? Yeah, complete. Auto wire complete. So, how many? I had about 4,000 smart plates. And we need... What if I just search smart plate? Does it say, I think it says in the space elevator, the overall amount. Yeah, see, overall, I think I have all of the smart plating that I need for the space elevator. 4,300. So I can, like, I need some of these for modular engines. So all of these modular engines needs smart plating, and whatever, what is it, turbo? No, there's turbo engine is not part of the space elevator, but whatever comes next that uses modular engines, that I need smart plating to make modular engines, and so this is all added up here. So I think I almost have all of the smart plating that I need overall. I'm gonna get all of these versatile frameworks. I thought I needed 8,000. It was 8,000 automated wiring. This is something that is gonna be hard for me to get. All of that copper. So I think I do have I already supplied the modular frames for the versatile frameworks that I need. So that's these two are mostly done. That's a wrap for today's episode of Full Metal Mandala, Pipe Dreams, and Steel Beams. We've officially completed the second tier of the mandala, and it's running like a dream. Steel beams and steel pipes are flowing beautifully into our new temporary production line. I've got versatile frameworks and automated wiring up and running. I thought I'd be importing wire and cable from existing storage, but surprise! I didn't have nearly enough. So I pivoted and whipped up a brand new cable and wire factory right on the spot. Honestly, no regrets. It was fast, clean, and now it's delivering exactly what I need. We're now producing 1 automated wiring per minute, and I've got a steady flow of modular frames feeding into 10 versatile frameworks per minute. Even better, I already have over 400 versatile frameworks stockpiled, which means we're 40% done with the phase 2 requirement for the space elevator. At this pace, we'll be shifting gears into oil production before you know it. The mandala grows, the elevator rises, and the factory never sleeps. See you next time.